Hey, this is Sasha Evdokov, founder of TradersFly.com and InvestingHelpDesk.com, here to share with you some insight about trading, investing, and the stock market with some of your frequently asked questions answered in video format. Now, today's question is, what is the best way to journal or keep track of your trades? What do you recommend? So, first off, why journal your stock trades? Well, journaling allows you to record your trades, and that way you can see what you did right and what you did wrong. But most importantly, it allows you to improve your trading so long as that you review your journal. Now, what I've done is I've actually created a physical journal. It's called My Trading Journal. And if you want to take a look, there's a blue version and a green version on CreateSpace at those links. And you can buy a physical journal that you can actually write in. Now, for me personally, I used to like writing into the journal initially when I was first getting started, because the act of actually writing something in allowed you to get it from your mind and digest it more. It allowed you to look back more. I was able to look back at my journal a lot more. So I really created this journal to give you some insight about how to create your own journal. And even if you don't buy the journal, you can create your own and just do it on notebook paper. So I highly encourage you to first start out with a physical pen and paper or pencil and paper and start journaling that way, because it really, the process of doing it that way allows you to digest things much more in a deeper fashion. Now, if you're a little more digital, if you're a little more tech savvy, you could journal with something like Trello. And I've created a video that you can click here, this button, and it'll take you to a video where it explains how you can use Trello as a trading journal, which I also have tried in the past. Now, as your trades become a little more complex, I found that Trello was a little bit difficult after a while. If you're doing simple trading, Trello is fantastic. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Trello and using it as a trading journal, which again, you can see in this video where I'll explain and show you how you could use it for a stock trading journal. But as things got a little more complex, or just looking at things a little bit deeper, one of the things that I like recently is Evernote. And using Evernote as a trading journal seems to work out really well for me right now. I still would recommend a pencil and paper or a notebook like I mentioned earlier if you're just getting started, because that act of writing things down in a physical notebook is incredibly powerful. So as you get better, you might want to use something more digital, and as your trades become more complicated. But if you're only managing a handful of trades here and there, pen and paper will work just fine. For me personally, now I like using Evernote just because of the speed, the screenshots that I can capture, and so forth. In the past, 10 years ago, I used to print things out and put them in my journal, like charts and things like that. But now there's a lot more tools available and a lot more options. So as far as journal entries goes, when you input things within your trading journal, it really, depending on your trading style, you can keep track of external factors like the numbers of wins, losses, net profits, and so forth. Or you could track internal factors like emotions, feelings, your personal life events are also helpful. And that is because if you look at your journal and you see that you're having a lot of losses, but maybe you had a lot of personal issues during that time, like a loss of a loved one or something like that, or you're just feeling bad, then again, you'll realize that, recognize that, and maybe in the future trade less when you have emotional things happening in your life. Now, taking a piece from my trading journal, the physical version, here are some types of sheets that you could make, or some things that you could write down in your trading journal. So for example, here's a weekly or monthly chart breakdown that you could use. You could put down the day or date, the number of trades you've done for that day or date, number of wins, losses, some scratch trades, which maybe you broke even on, your gross profit, some fees, net profit, and your account total. So that's one way that you could do something. Another thing that you could look at is a scorecard. And a scorecard kind of gives you a tally sheet, like a report card about your trades. And here again, you could do it on a weekly basis scorecard. You could do it a monthly or even yearly basis. So here you could see your date, your win ratio, wins to total trades percentage, commission ratio, largest winner, largest loser, average winner, average loser, payoff ratio, which would be your average winner divided by your average loser, and then your total percentage of profits or losses. So again, these score sheets are helpful more on a weekly basis or monthly basis or even yearly basis. If you do it every day, I think it's probably a little excessive. Every week or every month, probably monthly is a better approach if you're just getting started. Now, if you're just looking to write some things down, here's kind of like a week one of trades. You could do something simple like this, where you could put a time and date, ticker entry, the stop, your shares, your cost, your fees, net profit, and some notes. So that's something that you could do in Excel. You could even do it on your own piece of paper. And here's kind of a combination of both of those things that we've shown you earlier. So here you have, again, kind of like an Excel sheet that you could create, or maybe the scorecard from that Excel sheet, and they can work together. So that's some insight for you about trading journals and some videos that might help you decide on which way to go with a trading journal. I found that doing something more, a system that's a little more closed system that forces you to record things online in a certain way is a little bit more difficult to manage and use a trading journal. And that's one of the reasons why I don't recommend any online tools as trading journals, because as your trading evolves, you want a system that also evolves. So with pen and paper, it becomes very helpful and handy because you can, of course, write down whatever you want and mark arrows, draw little signs and notes at whatever you want based on the journaling that you're doing. With Trello and Evernote, again, they're also very helpful because you could take screenshots and put them in and rearrange things as well based on your needs. But for some of the online tools and systems, they're a little bit more closed and they force you to put in certain factors. And sometimes if you don't put it in right, the journaling just gets off and it doesn't work as properly. In the end, you have to remember what the point or purpose of your journal is, and that is, of course, to continue to improve and get better. So find a tool that you can constantly go back into and review, or one that you're comfortable in reviewing your trades. So thanks for joining me in this video. If you want to see more video questions and answers like this one, visit me at investinghelpdesk.com. And don't forget to sign up to the newsletter, where I give away free training material, as well as sometimes I give away my free books that are coming up or being launched. Now, if you'd like to get a free trial to my critical chart service, go ahead, click this button right here, and you'll be taken to a special private website where you could sign up to the service and try it out absolutely free. Thanks again, and remember to do what you love, contribute to others, but most importantly, live life abundantly. I'll see you next time.